Well, this one's a bit of a mess and fairly substandard. It's a mismatch of stuff. Weather has been messing with us as far as getting stuff done, working on different cars. It's just, man, we just, so I had a little bit of video from a couple of different cars, and while this one has a thumbnail of the drag van, there's also if you notice in the title, there's Dirty Pickle and there's some Trojan stuff in one snippet of SILVERCAR things. So bear with us on this. It's been a bit of just trying to hodgepodge stuff together. And let's go ahead and start out with maybe the drag van deal. Whoops. Well, I guess it ain't that happy. We just started it. Yeah, we took the tack out and we hadn't put anything back together yet, so sorry, it's a little bit of a mess under here. But it's actually running. It's always had a ton of blow by anyway, but it's running for a hot second here. The gas in this thing, God knows how old it is. That's good oil pressure for us. This is also why we leave the doghouse on it while we're driving it. Puff the Magic Dragon. We are going to need that though for SILVERCAR. And it is no longer a tripod. We've got the tire mounted back up and everything, so. Drag van. Look, get mad. Drag van get mad. All right, hey, it's running. You guys want to see it running? Here it is running with fuel injection. Wow! All right, 2 minutes of you sitting here watching blow by. Awesome. Look at that. Memories. Memories. What is this shirt? Oh, it's a rag shirt. I have no idea what it was. It's not my Firebird shirt. No one freak out. Firebird shirt's still safe. Okay, let me do something here real quick. We drove it around a little bit and we had every intention of doing some other stuff, but the weather got us and it just worked out with our work schedule and the weather that we weren't able to work on the van anymore at the moment. We've got some stuff that we're going to try and do to it. We just couldn't get to it. I'm not sure, probably in the next week or so, but you know, I'll get videos of different stuff going on. So drag van, we did start it, we did, you know, drive it around, or we actually did drive it around, and I had every intention to put more up on that, and it just didn't work out. We're sorry guys. So our next little thing is the Trojan horse. What's happening, man? Well, we are out here with our trusty spring. We are, wow. Dude, these springs, they suck. Golly. You know what the actual great part about all this is that we don't have to keep any of this garbage. We can chuck it. So that's what we're doing right now. I am technically not going to bore you with all the gory details. Needless to say, all we're going to do is break these down, and then we're going to have Bruce, like I already showed you guys. We're going to get this. There's one here. It's broken intake bolt out, or try our best to. We've got one. Oh, this one's going to be rough. Bruce not going to be happy with that one. Not going to be happy at all about that. You know what? Hey, it's not above us to run with a couple broken intake bolts. Fun fact, not on the front, but one of these bolt holes on the Blue Dragon, the threads are messed up on the wedges. Ran it like that for years and years and years and years and years and years. Been fine, no big deal. You don't got to have all the bolts, you just got to have enough of the bolts. How about that? So that's what we're fixing to do. We'll probably put these in the parts washer, or at the very least run a wire wheel just across them, and clean them up a little bit. Like I say, we're not expecting great things from our initial mild 351. We should call that one. Oh wow, how about that? We'll have the 351. You guys make the decision. I'll call it whichever one you want. We'll have the 351 whiner, because we're going to have to make excuses for it because it won't be that fast. Or it could be the 351 wiener. It's just a wiener. It ain't no good. Or it might be a 351 wow. It might run a lot better than we think it will once we get it put together. So you guys tell me. It'd be whiner, wiener. It could be a wow, but I don't know if we're going to get that part of it. So anyway, all right, I'll get to work, and I'm not going to bore you with this. You just actually saw everything that's going to happen here. We'll just throw these bad boys on. Look at that, boom. Wow, that one. All right, I'm going to have to go through. Sometimes you got to go through and give them a tap to kind of help unseat them. Give them a little whap to get the retainer that wants to stick. So, all right, no biggie. Let's get this done. Boom. We have got them all broke down. Check out them sweet intake valves, cluttered with garbage. We'll clean those up on the wire wheel. We've got our broken bolts cleaned up. We got a little liquid wrench. Now, me and Bruce have these conversations about different stuff, and Bruce is 68 years old, basically a self-taught mechanic. As he always says, it's all just nuts and bolts. It went together, it'll come apart, you find out what's wrong, you fix it. I mean, that sounds very simple, and he makes it look easy sometimes. But what I was getting at is, I said, yeah, I'll soak them bolts. And he said, you going to soak it in that girl lube? He calls, this is mom lube right here. This is no offense to women or moms. I mean, I had a great mom and I've got a great woman. But this is what women use around the house and to, fix squeaky hinges and other things. It makes them feel like they're doing something. And that's, it has its place. This right here, this is what people like me use, regular, mechanics, so liquid wrench or PB blaster. Aerocroil is what the real men use. That stuff is awesome. And I don't have any, it's rather expensive for what it is, but I ain't gonna lie, that stuff works. We have used it out. The plant's been around for 100 years. But I'm soaking it in some, whoops, sorry about that. I'm soaking it in what I would call some man lube, but Bruce is going to put some monster lube on it. And let me tell you something. You spray something down with some Aerocroil, it will never be dry again. You can go wherever you want with it, with anything you want. Put anything you want in it, get anything loose. That's just how it works. Look at that. Hey, it's in a box though. But yeah, this one right here, he's not going to be too happy with this one. There's not much on there, but we'll see. We'll put some heat on it, maybe weld something to it, maybe use an easy out. We'll figure it out. This one, I think we'll be in much better luck on this one. We'll soak it a little bit and probably warm it up, and he'll clamp down. We'll clamp down on this probably with some vice grips and just work it, and then it'll just come right on out. We've done this a few times, so literally almost every time it seems like we get junkyard GT40s. But anyway, that's where we're at. We got them all broke down, and you know, hey, look at this shop floor. I mean, I've cleaned this up, dude. Look at this, man. I mean, I'm still cleaning. I'm still rearranging, still moving stuff. So, you know, don't judge me. I'm still working on it. I haven't got any of this cleared off. It's bit by bit, piece by piece. You know, I'm working. And when I get done with stuff, I'm putting it up. You know, I'm trying to be a good boy. Trying to be a good boy and keep the shop kind of clean. So, anyway. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in the next clip. What do you mean? I am helping.
No, you're not. You should be pushing them over here so I can take pictures.
You said they would be worth more money if they were 50 tussin pop vinyls?
Yeah. Well,
like what, an extra nickel?
Am I going to be in these pictures?
What do you mean in these pictures?
Like if you're going to be able to see me, you know, reflection?
I tell you what you are going to be in.
Your video. You should be helping.
Because we were just talking about creative financing opportunities, and I was saying, hey, you should see some of these maybe worth some. Lauren's had them for a long time, and yeah, blah, blah, blah. And she says, maybe we should put them on your YouTube channel and sell them. I said, I don't think my subs are in this as the customer base we're looking for. Actually, I should see, can I buy some of them? Because I like some of them. Oh, watch out, crazy person. But what we were actually saying was, Jesus Christ. What we were actually saying is that some of you guys may remember, older subs, that there was an instance where this lady and her daughter asked me to take her husband's ashes down the track. And I was just telling her, I said, yeah, I should start that up as a service. You know, if you want to run in the 7s, it's $25. If you want to go in the 6s, it's $50. I said, if Teresa takes you down the track, it's $75. Your ETs may vary. She said, if I smoke the tires, you get a redo until you get a quality product. So anyway, this is the kind of stuff we talk about while we're doing stupid things. All right, I know this has nothing to do with cars except for things. I just thought it was funny that you had the audacity to say, if you smoke the tires, you'll give them a redo or their money's worth. Yeah, Miss Again. Now that's my job. Hey, we should make Dr. Fear make a lick. If he thinks it's so easy, show me how to do it. We got a package from a subscriber. Now, I don't always know what's coming in these boxes. Sometimes it's just, hey, you know, I want to send you some parts. And again, I would rather you guys sell this stuff and put it toward your own projects, you know, but if you're going to send it, we're going to try our best to use it, and we certainly appreciate everything, the stuff that we get. There's been for some reason, there's been an explosion of parts sending here lately. I don't understand why, but a lot of people were sending stuff. What do they got here? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Holy mackerel. It's from Mike. Handwritten note, man, I love it. Right here's a few things been laying on my shelf. I sold all my projects and would rather see these be used. And I'm not sure if you can even use them or not. It would be awesome to see you use them. Love the Dirty Pickle. Been watching for a long time. Been inspired by you and your channel. Keep up awesome content. Huge fan, Mike. Mike, we certainly appreciate it. And there are a lot of goodies in here from the looks of it. Look, some pro gauges. I mean, we can use these. Listen, I'm not a snob about gauges. If they work, they work. I've got a Sun Pro water temperature gauge I've had in the brain for 10 years. It works fine. If they work, they work. That's all that matters. So, hey, we'll find a home for these for sure. Throttle return spring, you can always use these, 100%. What in the world? I'll be honest, is this a fuel filter of some kind? I'm not even sure. Somebody's going to tell me what an idiot I am. I don't even honestly know what I'm looking at right here. I wonder if it's a little catch can. I know someone's going to tell me it's like a reg. Wow. That is crazy. It doesn't have any part number, nothing. It's got a, wow. Someone's gonna look at me like I'm a complete moron. Oh. Oh. Hey, look at this. Look at that. That's pretty fancy right there. Oh my gosh, this is like something Krusty would need. That's cool. That's very cool. And oh wow, got some poly locks. Got all the locks with it from the looks of it. Some brass fittings. You can never honestly have too many of these. I always have the ones that I don't need, not the ones that I do need. And an AN fitting. Again, not going to complain about that at all. You always need these as well. Sure, I'll find, especially with Dirty Pickle with the nitrous stuff. Oh, okay. See now this right here, some black 5-liter emblems. We can take our old ones off and put these new style on there just to mess with the. Not that we're teasing Coyote guys or anything like that. Watch, someone's going to tell me exactly what this is, and I'm like a complete moron sitting here. I'm looking at like a monkey with a football. Like, what does it do? What does this thing do? It's like a reg. This thing is crazy looking. That's crazy. The locks and the fittings. Mike, thank you very much. This stuff is cool. Don't get me wrong. We use this stuff. Throwaway turn spring. We use some of these gauges. There's a lot of cool stuff. Oh, I bet this come out of the packaging. And if this, we need to see if we can fit this either on like Dirty Pickle, or it might be too low, might not be long enough. I don't know. We can just put it in there and guess at the oil level. Not that we haven't ever done that. That's very cool stuff, man. I certainly appreciate it. That's pretty neat. We can probably at some point use all this stuff. That's cool. Mike, thank you so much. Certainly appreciate it. That's very cool. You guys, again, do not have to send us stuff, but yes, we appreciate all of it. That's cool. We'll definitely use some of this stuff for sure. We'll figure out what that is. We'll use it too. All right, we'll see you guys in the next clip. Thanks for putting up with us. Mike, thank you again. Very cool. Okay, well, there we go. Preliminary beginnings. I've got the heads out at the facility. Again, because of work, and Bruce has been busy on some different stuff, we haven't been able to get together to work to go further and take the broken bolts out so I can start assembling them, and then so we can drill them or have them drilled, or however me and him are going to do it, or how I'm going to do it, just so we can talk about it. But that's where we're at right there on that particular part of the Trojan horse. We haven't done anything else to the car, working on different stuff, so let's take a little snippet of something for the SILVERCAR. We got a box in the mail, and pretty sure I know what this is. Someone said they were sending this to us. Yes. It is a smog pump eliminator, and this little jewel right here is one of the pieces of the puzzle that we need for the SILVERCAR, for our supercharger. There is, I don't know what this is though. Oh wow, it's a steel bearing retainer. Sweet. Very cool. It's got the seal in it. And it's for Fox. So we can definitely use this. This is from Timothy. Certainly appreciate it. That's cool. That was a little bonus. Didn't know that was coming. Tim, thank you. You guys are too good to us, honestly, too good. You know, get to the track, tear it up. If it makes it to the track, we might tear it up on the street. So it's entirely possible. So anyway, very, very cool, very cool. Appreciate that a lot. So we'll see you guys in the next clip. Well, there we go. Again, subs helping us out. We also have some stuff on the way from another sub that is some SILVERCAR parts. and not exactly sure what all it's going to contain, but we'll, you know, when we open the box, we'll know what we got and some stuff that'll help push that project forward even further. Again, we appreciate everything that everyone sends. You know, a lot of times it's the thought that counts. Just the fact that you guys are doing it is awesome, and the cars appreciate it. I appreciate it. Just helps move the stuff along. So next, last but not least, some Dirty Pickle stuff. We're messing with it, and you know, we'll see where we're at on that deal. It's cold, it's rainy, it's just miserable, and I know a lot of people are suffering through that right now. So we can't go outside and work on Ed like we need to be doing. We didn't want to go out to the facility today, that's whatever, to work on SILVERCAR or Trojan, so, or the drag van, or the Lincoln Love Boat. So technically that leaves us with this. We have some of the stuff here. We've got some hose and we've got a fuel pump. We got a regulator, and we've got a battery. So, and we brought the fuel cell that we haven't bolted into Trojan yet, and figured, you know, maybe we'll put a little fuel in it. You know, maybe we'll just run us a little makeshift fuel system and see if we can fire it up and make it run long enough, you know, to make it run, at least for the oil to get hot, or at least for the motor to get warm. Just anything besides just what we saw with the bup. We'd rather have a bum. So that's what we are technically looking at doing right this minute. Yeah. So I gotta cut some fuel hose and kind of figure out how I'm just gonna, you know, set the fuel cell up here and just have it down to the pump and the reg and then into the carburetor and just kind of wire it into the battery, kind of a deal. It's gonna be ultimately super makeshift, but this is strictly so we can see if the motor runs and will, you know, do anything else. So that's kind of where we're at for the very moment. So, all right, let me quit talking and start kind of cutting some hose and putting this mess together, just however it's going to end up being. It's going to look very janky. We have a fire extinguisher, so we will definitely have that out just in case. As a matter of fact, I should put it over here just in case we need it. What a pile. Does any of this look sketchy? Oh Lord. I mean, any of this at all. Does it look a little sketchy? Anybody nervous? Yes, for the record, there's a lot of sketchiness going on this very moment. Dang it. We want to be careful that we do not scratch the paint. Dirty Pickle, are you messing with me right now? I mean, for real, are you messing with me? All right. Get my little hose clamp bucket here. See if we can find us some little hose clamps. This thing is probably going to have leaks everywhere, this fuel system. But we will make do, because that is ultimately what we do. I've got much more important things to be working on than this thing. As a matter of fact, me and Pirate were having a discussion today about different cars you know, moving parts around, trading stuff, buying stuff, things of that nature. So there's always things in the works. Look at this. This, I really need to get a proper nut driver instead of using a screwdriver. But yeah, look at how this looks like a Kentucky moonshine still. Actually, they probably look better, more functional. All right, let me get a nut driver. Before we get too far into this, we need to put some fuel in it, and I brought some fuel in here. I still got to get a fuel cell for the love boat. Oh, dang it. Hold on, guys. I got to get my filter. My funnel. Dang it. I'll be right back. Okay, we have a funnel. Yeah, we're going to have to get a fuel cell for the love boat. We're going to have to get one for this car at some point. I've actually got a tank with a sump in it, but it's got a little bit of rust in the sump, which it's not a big deal. You put the vinegar, mixture in there. That'll eat some of that rust out, clean it up, and then dump it. The tank's fine. It's just the sump, and I'm not a monster. It's a personal preference, I guess. Obviously, I've ran a tank with a sump before on a couple different cars, and they're fine. But what I have discovered is that I really like the fuel cell because it just opens everything up under the car when you're working on it, underneath it. Like if you're working on the rear end stuff, not having a gas tank there, man, that's really nice. I mean, with the fail TD, I really noticed it, and on Ed out there, it's nice. Anything you got to do to the rear end, when even if you're just sliding under there to check bolts real quick or whatever, not having the fuel tank there, that's really nice. So, plus on the sump, typically it's still the line is still having to draw. It's not a true gravity feed into the pump, so it works. But I have just found, for me, that I really like the fuel cell, and these Chinese ones are really cheap. So, I mean, relatively speaking, that line's leaking a little bit. Oh, shocker, right? Don't think I tightened that. Let me look at this real quick. Don't think I tightened it. It's just kind of. That helped a lot. Typically, you tighten hose clamps down. That's what they're there for. So, all right. Let me set this back up. Let me turn you guys off real quick, and I kind of rearrange everything again, and then we'll look at hooking the fuel line up, wire the pump. Boom. We're ready. We have the sketchiest fuel system of all time wired up. It's leaking here and here. Last time I had to take this off and put a little something on it to get it to stop leaking. It's got some kind of screw in there for some reason. All right, let's see what we got. fire. What is going on? Got my glasses off. We got a spark. Where did I put the magical starting screwdriver? Someone's looking at the video right now going, you laid it right there. Where did I put it? Oh, see? You guys are supposed to tell me this stuff. All right. This is, anybody that's ever started a car understands this process is long. Okay. That is very odd. Before it fired, you know, right off. Let me check TDC again, see where we're at. Maybe we're way off. Let's try this one more time. See what happens. Oh. Come on, girl. Or guy. Come on, homie. Come on. Come on, Pickle. It's like trying to start it with a tunnel ram. Lord have mercy. Let's give it a little bit more of a turn. It's like I'm like a human timing light. Okay. I think it's more just cold starting. Like I say, with this intake, it's like having a freaking tunnel ram on it. Oh gosh. And we're not even getting anything from the secretaries. I gotta get this carb again. Why is my life like this? Why is it like this? I make it like this. Make it like this. There we go. Let's get her nice and flooded. Snuff it out. Ah! Ow! Son of a... Watch. This thing is probably a LoPo with a LoPo cam, and I've got the freaking spark plugs backwards. All right. And And I'm pretty sure I need to put you guys on the charger for a minute. Yeah, you guys got to be charged. Dadgummit. All right, well, we've run the battery down, and basically what did we accomplish? You guys missed it because I tried to hit it again after I put you on the charger, and it shot a big old flame out. That would have made for a great thumbnail. But you know, we don't do the. I feel that we don't do the clickbait thing or whatever. You know, oh hey, look at that. So what we are doing is probably leaking every bit of fuel out of the fuel cell, and that's fantastic as well. But we got to charge the battery up, and you know, then we'll try again. I feel at some point it's going to run. It's making us work for it though. I don't want to say I've never had kind of as much trouble to get one just to light off as this one's as we're having with this. You know, it's hard to think, but we're dealing with a lot of unknowns here. So normally I know what I'm dealing with, like, hey, I knew that ran, hey, I knew that worked, and so you just kind of put it all together and boom, you know, the fire's lit and there it goes. But you know, this one is giving us some issues, but we're going to keep working on it. So anyway, once again, we have failed you miserably with just a bunch of garbage. But this didn't start out to be a mismatched video, but that's how it ended up. So I appreciate you guys staying with us and supporting the channel and everything. I mean, I know all we're doing is train wrecking it here. Allegedly, we've got track day coming up, so maybe we'll have a little action for that. But with the weather, who knows? We're just getting killed. So anyway, once we get the battery charged up and we'll try and mess with it some more, and maybe we'll have better luck with it. So anyway, until then, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching. And until next time, a substandard leader, and by God, we are. I mean, we just proved it. We'll see you guys in the next vid.